Take a look, if you will, at Cedric McMillan. This is him way back in 2016. He placed second to Kai Green, of course, at the Arnold's Classics. He did win the Arnold Classic the very next year, did Cedric McMillan. But I mean, for all intensive purposes, here in 2016, he was big man on campus. A lot of people said that he was the better man that night. And a lot of people claim that the 2016 Cedric McMillan is actually better than the 2017. But anyway, we will be doing a comparison using this version in just a minute. Ever since then, it seems Cedric's placings have slowly gone downward until finally he reached the 2021 Legion Sports Fest. And after he did his posing routine or his 8 mandatory shots, he didn't even come out for the finals. He scurried off, almost like Cinderella, maybe. Maybe when she knew all of her good clothes were going to poof disappear. It was almost as if he looked at himself and he realized that he didn't have any muscles left. And he scurried off, very dejected, I might add. So he didn't even place at that event. Is Cedric McMillan, or was he really that far gone at the Legion Sports Fest? Or was it all in his mind? Or was it just a slight difference that made all the difference in his mind? Well, I think that it is definitely worth doing a comparison between Cedric McMillan in his so-called prime. He never really had a prime, did he? Versus the last time. I mean, yeah, he does not look as good. There's no way. I mean, his waistline's a lot bigger. Sounds mean. But when it comes to bodybuilding, you have to call it like it is. And the fact that Cedric McMillan, after dropping out of the Legion Sports Fest, he's actually he's entering the 2022 Arnold's Classics. It will be extra exciting to see how he looks. Is he going to scurry off that stage again? If he doesn't look how he feels that he should. His wheel size, it's never going to come back. With all due respect, he's 44, I think. He's in it almost in his mid-40s. So when it comes to lag size, it's just very hard and very difficult to maintain that. Hey, he got pretty cut. I hate to sound disrespectful to Cedric McMillan. I mean, he's a big strapping army buck. He's a big dude. But I mean, at this point, is it worth it anymore? Front lat spread. And that is a big question that you have to ask at your mid-40s. I mean, obviously for Dexter the Blade Jackson, that's a strange case. That's a different case altogether. And there's some guys that once they hit 30, they're 31, 32, they're past their prime. So Cedric McMillan, he competed till he was 40, 44, I think he is now. But I mean, going into the Arnold Classic 2022, he stands no chance of looking like he did here in 2016. And like I said, that's no disrespect meant to Cedric. That's just a compliment to his 2016 form. I mean, look at this, guys. He has the structure. He has the structure still. Have a look at the other shots, the side chest. He looks good here. There's a big concave, a divot, if you will, in his quad. You notice that? You can see that in the 2021 form as well. Oh, why the heck did I mention that for? Anyway. Sorry, Cedric. Makes for good detail in them quads. His legs don't look as skinny as they did in the front shots compared to the 2016. As they do from the side, actually doesn't look too bad. And I mean, the chest, upper body, gotta give the guy some compliments. Definitely arm looks a lot bigger. 2007 or 16. I don't know. Did I call it 17? 16 and 17. He looked fantastic. But this is 2016. Cedric McMillan. Behold, guys, this is a great bodybuilder. And let's have a look at the back. His condition was in. Look at the hamstrings. They're even more peeled. So peeled. He had some surgeries. He had some injuries. Things of that nature. He had some pins. Metal pins put in his hand. You guys see that on his Instagram? He had metal pins put in his hand. Old Mark's Max Muscle knows a little something about that. Had 6 put in mine. They were sticking right into the skin. Oh my soul. Apologize for those of you who are getting something to eat. But I mean, come on, you're prepping. Get that food into you. Chicken, rice. You know, if you want to look like Cedric McMillan, 2016. But like I said, guys, age will come after you. Look at the rear delts even. They were exploded in size back then. Have a look at the next back shot. Conditioned, peeled. Legs look so small from the front and from the back. Look at that. Look how puny. Sorry, Cedric. I don't know why I'm so mean. Lat insertion's so thick. So thick back in the day. A lot of detail in the traps, though, worth to mention. Look at the rear delts. Anterior deltoids? I forget what they're called. They're massive back in the day. Look at the size of those big babies. Wow. That lat width, I'm telling you right now, guys, take a good look. The space between his arms, unreal, unreal. Have a look at the next shot there. I could have been a, what do you call it there? Auctioneer. Or a rapper. Trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding dirty. Cedric McMillan, I made him a lot taller in 2021 than he was in 2016. It's because he has leg lengtheners. I remember I had an old teacher back in high school, Mr. Johnson, very short man, and he said that people will never be able to extend their length of their legs. He swore by that. Well, Johnson, take a look. I'm just joking, guys. Cedric McMillan is going straight-legged. I don't think it does him any justice. Look at that wow factor, that impact that his upper body has. Can you believe that? Not only size, but in comparison, all due respect, the 2021 is a little too smooth monsoon, little too smooth monsoon. Wow. Go to the next shot, for goodness sakes. Abs and thylacine. I believe Mark's Max Muscle has been in tiptoeing through the fields of catnip. Upper body, like I said in the other shot, little too smooth monsoon, little too smooth monsoon. But his wheels, like I mentioned in other shots, including the back shots, very peeled. Peeled, you know. It was very peeled. Oh my goodness. Look at that muscly man. Can you imagine that? That's Herbert, for goodness sakes. The other one's not Herbert. This is Poindexter Plus. There's a difference. Learn it, or it will learn you. Go to the last pose without further ado, guys, while we still have somewhat of our sanity. This was basically just to show how much difference that Cedric McMillan has made from his prime to his mid-40s, 44, almost mid-40s. I mean, it's bodybuilding, guys. It's not skeet shooting or something that you could do in your 40s. It's bodybuilding. Obviously, he's not going to have that hunger. He can blame this, that, or the other thing. Same thing with that stud Rolly Winkler, like I was saying. I mean, it's going to catch up to you. Age will catch up to everybody. Even Dexter the Blade Jackson. Of course, that didn't happen for quite some time, but you know what I'm saying, guys. Cedric McMillan, he was a true stud. Now, what does he have going for him? He's obviously going to enter the Arnold Classic. He's doing it. I don't want to discourage the guy. Hopefully, he has put on some lag size, which is going to be difficult. Delt arm size, some vascularity. He needs to be more pumped in the upper body. It's going to be a difficult thing. He obviously can still get into condition, but it's going to be a far cry to get into even that top 10 range at the Arnold's Classics 2022. Sad to say for a former champion, but it is what it is, guys. Hit thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel for maybe less foolishness for the next video. Have a great day.